everyone, good morning. My name is Pamela. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and the subscribe and the bell so you get the notifications of new videos that I'll post. Today is September the 16th, Friday, September the 16th, and I am coming from Northwest Alabama, making this video for y'all today. It's been a week since my last video, so I would like to do an update of my crafty, what I've been working on in my crafts. So if this is your first time being here, thank you for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I really do appreciate all the views that I get, and if you like, please share my videos so I can get out more, get around more, and get more subscribers. Because once I get more subscribers, I like to do some giveaways in the future. So with that, let's get started. So this past week has been a very good week. Jasmine has turned 14. This past weekend was her birthday, and like I was saying on the last video, I made her something for her birthday, but I wasn't going to show it until after her birthday. So she's been waiting patiently for me to make a video. She said, "Mama, please make a video so I can hang it up on my wall," because I made her a wall hanging for her birthday. And I made a wall hanging out of something she just dearly loves. She's got a whole collection of it in her room. So I was like, I have to find something to do with this animal. Okay? So I found the pattern off of Fat Quarter Shop. It was a free download, and I made her a wall hanging. So I'll let you see what I made her. Alright. You ready for it? Let's see if we can scoot back a little bit. Ta-da! That's what I made Jasmine. She loves pandas. Back about a month or so ago, we went to Memphis, Tennessee, to the Memphis Zoo. All she wanted to do was see pandas, so we went straight to the panda exhibit. And she saw two pandas. They were very lazy. They were laying down sleeping, but we did do videos, and we went back to check on them before we left. And they were moving around a little bit the second time we were there, but it took a while for us to find the first time. But yeah, she loves pandas. She went to the gift shop and bought a panda necklace, I think it was. And she has, every time we go to a thrift store, she will look for pandas and buy pandas. And everyone around her knows that she loves pandas. So they would gift her pandas. So she has a bed full of pandas, and she loves it. So she told me she was gonna hang this above her bed on the wall. But yeah, she loves it. I used all scrap fabric for this. This blue fabric with pink, that's all I had left of it. It was a fat quarter. And I just had enough. I had no waste whatsoever, no extras from it. And then the bamboo was two different colors. This bamboo has a little bit of butterfly prints on it, but you can barely see it unless you're up close. But I was going to hand stitch this, but I decided not to, and I just run it under the sewing machine. And then I did a binding on it, which is kind of new for me. I did a placemat like this, but I took the backing fabric and made the binding to go on the front, and then top stitched it. So that was something new for me. But yeah, I love it. This kind of, what do you call it? Grunge black. That was a fat quarter. The green was fat quarters. The white I had left over from making a quilt, so I had, no, it was a table runner. So I had extra of this fabric left, but yeah. but all scraps from my stash made that, and she just loves it, and I'm excited. So she can't wait to get it hanging on her wall. So besides that, I didn't do much sewing this week, but I did want to make me some, try my hand at making vinyl front project bags to put my full coverage projects in. And so this is the second one I made. I made it a little bit larger than the first one. So it's bees, and then here's the backing fabric. So it has a vinyl front right there, nice and roomy. The reason why I wanted to make a bag this size, it's let me make sure, it's 14 by 14. Excuse me, my throat's bothering me. So I made 14 by 14, and I did the first one I made, I was worried about the binding being too small on the side, because like the quilt wall hanging, I used the back fabric to make the binding and top stitched it. So it's kind of new to me, but it kind of gathered right here when I was top stitching it. But I mean, I like it. But I made one for myself, and I quilted the backing, and I've got that with my project that I made it for. I made, for September, I wanted to focus on sunflowers and bees. So this is what I wanted to do for a project that I started this month, which I'll go through it in a minute. So this one's the second project bag, and I didn't quilt the backing on this one like I did the other one. And I'll show you that one when I get to it. So other than this, that's all the sewing I've done this week. I've been focusing on trying to get some of my cross stitching done and go through some of my cross stitching. I put them on eBay to sell, but some of them I'm thinking about doing some giveaways and having for giveaways later, just so I can just work down on my stash. In other words, there's some things I want to UFO and just not even stitch them anymore. I lost interest with it, or it's too hard for me to see to stitch. So coming soon, I'll have some giveaways, and I do want to do a giveaway on this video, so stay tuned to the end of the video and I will do a giveaway, and I'll let you know what that one is. So let's go for this month. So this month is September. So I am going to look at my books. I write everything down. So with September, I wanted to do focus piece on my stocking, my HAED stocking, Magical Arrival. I'm making this for my son for Christmas, and it's been an ongoing project since 2015. So I really need to get this one off of my Q stamper off my Q stamp and get done with it. So that was my focus piece for this month. And then my new start is another focus piece, because in September I would like to display sunflowers and bees. I'm trying to figure out what kind of theme to do for September, because I like to do themes for the house. So I thought, well, okay, I'll do September will be sunflowers and bees. People might do it in other months, but I figured I like sunflowers, and to me it reminds me of fall. I don't know why. It just does. Excuse me. So I started a new project, and so with that, I wanted to follow the 24-hour cross stitch acrostic. It's hard for me to say that. Acrostic. And this month it has Make Time for You. So I use letters out of that, but I'm not going to go through each letter. I'm just going to say this is what I stitched with the letters that corresponds, because next week I don't want to do that, because this month it seemed like, or this past week it seemed kind of difficult. So I'll explain later at the end what I want to do for next week and carrying on. So with that, I made a a sheet of everything I want to talk about. So I started out with the stocking, and this week I ended up getting 3,003 stitches in. So here's my progress on my stocking. You can see that I'm starting to get the curve of the sock down here, of the heel. So with this one, this week, I completed a total of 36,378 stitches with a total of 65.48%. So I'm so close to being done, you know. So I'm going to keep this as a focus piece and keep putting stitches in it until it gets done. So this is my focus. And I have another at-home focus, but this one I can take everywhere. But I'm also trying to put stitches in my other full coverage projects. This one is HAED Magical Arrival Stocking, and the artist is Ann Stokes. This is done on 22 count Hardanger, I think it is, 2/1, and I started this October 2015, so it's long overdue to be done. So with that, let's keep stitching it. Alright, I've decided to put it in this project bag that I made. Isn't it cute? I just love this fabric. And I put Rick Rack on the front. I won't do the zipper because I'm trying to not be that noisy on the video. So yeah, if you like this, I have some more in my Etsy shop. I'll leave a link below to that. It is Handmade Crafts 2020. So there you go. So that is that one. My next focus piece is, I don't know if you can see that, it's Thomas Kincaid's Mini Reflections of Family from Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm sorry, I put it inside the box, so I was afraid I was tearing it up. So let me get that out for you so you can see it better. So that is my first Thomas Kincaid cross stitch of Heaven and Earth Designs. I love Thomas Kincaid for many years, and I don't have his print artwork. So to be able to cross stitch his work is amazing. I just love it. I definitely want more of his designs to cross stitch. This is worked on 14 count Aida 2/2. I decided to do it in 14 count because I started it when I was newer to doing full coverage in HAED, so it's bigger than I expected. And when I get done, I want to hang this in my living room, probably behind my sofa or something. So the size, it's not going to bother me. But after this, I did decide to do a lot of the HAEDs on 25 count Easy Grid Lagana, because that's my favorite right now. So here is my progress on Reflections of Family. With this, I'm trying to get 1,000 pieces before, 1,000 stitches before I rotate. I have not met this because it's at home, and I don't usually stitch a lot at home because between sleeping and getting housework done and laundry and all that. So I don't get many stitches on this, but I'm trying to, that's why I'm keeping it out, and every time I get a chance, I'll put at least 100 or 200 stitches in. But this week, I've only got 763 stitches in for a total of 10,979 stitches. And the total percentage is 14.48%. And that is the Thomas Kincaid Reflections of Family. And as you can notice, I was starting to do cross country with one color, and I wrote it down and did the bottom half. And then after a while, on another project, I got scared that I was going to mess up, so I scrapped that and just went back to diagonal stitching on this, and then I'm going to keep doing it. I want to complete this whole area before I roll it, roll it to the bottom part. So, yep, there's that. So I'm going to get some more work on that for the next week as well. Whenever I'm at home, I'll work on it. So next is my new start for this week for the month of September. I wanted to do, I've got it in the other project bag that I made. The reason why I made this project bag, this is the one I quilted it. So you can see the quilt lines on it. So the reason why I made this project bag is because I wanted to store this new pattern in. It's the Sunflower Bee. Can you see that? So it's the Sunflower Bee by Heaven and Earth Designs. It was a freebie that I got off the site. The chart design is by Michelle Seda. I am doing this on 25 count Easy Grid Lagana 1/1. And I started it on the 9th of this month. I tend to put my pictures on my floss box with all the flosses it calls for. Some of these I haven't bobbined up yet. I'm going to do it as I go because it takes forever to do it out of 90 colors. So, there you go. But that's my floss that I'm using. So, the progress I got on here, I did 1,000 stitches this week for completed stitches, being it's new project, 1,000 stitches. So the percentage is at 1.12%. And here it is, top left corner. I always start in the top left corner with my full coverage. So that's all I've gotten so far. I'm loving the shades. You can see when you're in person, you can see the shades of the colors come out. But I cannot wait to get to the yellow for the sunflower. And the bee. Oh, the bee. Can't wait for the bee. So that one is that one. Let's see. Okay. The next project that I rotate to is out of this bag that I made. I got Rick Rack on this one as well. And I do have this in the shop as well. So this one is Heaven and Earth Designs, a quick stitch, a stitch in time, sweet life. Let's see if I can take it out. Maybe it's wrong for me to tape it in there. So there's that one, a stitch in time. I am working this one on 25 count Easy Grid Lagana 1/1 full cross. I do full crosses. I don't do the half cross. And artworks by Amy Stewart. I definitely want some more of Amy Stewart's designs later on. So hopefully, I got my eye on a few. Hopefully I can get some for next year and add to the rotation. Sorry, I'm stretching my leg out. My foot's been swollen up with my sore on my leg. Alright, okay, with this one I started doing cross country, and then like I said, I didn't want to do it no more. So I've got waist knots on the side because I start and end my thread where the waist knot is, and I've been doing some parking on it. So with this one, this week I've done 1,006 stitches for a total completed stitch 4,634, and it is at a percentage of 6.40%. So here is that. So like I said, this is my working thread, and then my parking, parking or working, and then these threads right here are my waist knots, and then once I finish this column I'll clip those off. But I worked here for a couple of days. This is very confetti heavy. So it's going to take me some time to get this one because it's very confetti heavy. So there's that one. I love it though. This one is a gift from a friend, a stitchy friend. I really do appreciate it, and thank you so much. I love it. I had started this a while back, a couple of years ago, when she sent it to me, or raked. And I started it on a different fabric, and I didn't like it. So I chucked it and restarted it this year. So the beginning of the year, I restarted this one. And I love it more now than I did before. So, okay, so the next one. So yesterday, September the 15th, on my calendar, it says it's the Hispanic Heritage Month, beginning yesterday. So I decided I wanted to commemorate or think of the Hispanic heritage. I'm trying to get my words out, sorry. My kids are Hispanic. My son's father is from Mexico, and my daughter's father is from Guatemala, if y'all don't know. So, they are 11 years apart. I love my kids dearly. Love you, kids. Josue is 25, and my daughter just turned 14, Jasmine. So, I think about their heritage, and I decided a while back I love the Lady of Guadalupe. The picture of her is just beautiful. So I bought a kit years ago, and I lost the kit moving and stuff. So it very upset me. But it was just one of those kitted up things you buy online or through the mail or whatever. So when I seen that Heaven and Earth Design has one of the Our Lady of Guadalupe is what it's called, by Donna Gelsinger, and I fell in love with it. The radiate light from her, oh, it's so beautiful. Well, let me show you the picture. You might want to see it. I just love this. So with the Hispanic Heritage Month starting yesterday, I wanted to stitch on it. So I decided to put my 1,000 stitches in it. And as of this morning, when I was working on it, I got to 846 stitches, so I need another 154 stitches, I think. Math. But yeah, I need to work some more on that to get to the 1,000 stitches. But so far, I've gotten 5,846 stitches done on it, completed since I've started it this year. And for a total of 2.90%. So let me show you this. And I did it like a staggering diagonal. And then when I picked it up again, I was like, no, I want a page finish. I haven't had a page finish doing all these diagonals, you know. So I wanted a page finish. So what I did is just started working down in columns. But last night I was like skipping everywhere. So it really didn't make no sense. But I started doing the waist knots and the parking. And getting rid of some of the parking on the top part. Well, let me just show you. So you can barely see the colors, but they're there. So I wanted to pick up the parking from all these, all this, and then I filled in a lot of that, and I filled in this, so where it'll start coming down in columns, so I can get a page finish. So my page is right there. So all this I've got to fill in to get a page finish. But I'm liking the rays. You can see the rays coming in. So that's just going to be a beautiful thing. But it's going to be humongous. Humongous. So the stitch count, it's worked on 25 count Lagana. Even weave Lagana. I just pulled my color out. 1/1. The fabric size that I bought is 20. Well, it says 22 by 26. So I bought a yard, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, half a yard. I bought a half a yard of this. So, it is bigger. A half a yard is 27 by 36. But this project is going to be, they said for me to get my border inches, it says 22 by 26. But the picture is going to be 16 by 20 and 1/8. So, this is my fabric, even though it's going to be a little bit bigger. I don't think it's going to be that big, but yeah. So that's a huge piece. So it was half a yard of fabric that I bought. It's not going to go to waste. I'll probably find like a story keep or something to go on the rest of it, so I'm good with that. So yeah. Needle minders, I either got it from Needle Keep Emporium or Gina's Needle Minders and different other stores on Etsy, because I bought most of them on Etsy. Okay, so that one is the Lady of Guadalupe, and it's in this project bag. I love that print. And I put these little baubles, I call them baubles, but I had some in my stash, so I just said, well, I'll put that on there instead of some rickrack. So that one is that one. So that's all I've gotten stitched on this week. And so next week I want to do, let me see if I got it. my phone. I wanted to do a rotation of just letting the spin the wheel app choose my project. So every time I spin it, excuse me, every time I spin the wheel, it'll tell me what to work on next. And I'll put in 1,000 stitches. And then when I get done with that, I'll just rotate or spin it again and spin it again, doing 1,000 stitches. So I'm going to do what this says. I may up the stitch count, but right now I'm just going to stick with 1,000. But if I feel like I could do more, I'll do more at the time. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to make a little short snippet videos of me spinning the wheel and showing my progress each time I do it. It's not going to be every day, probably every other day. So that way I won't have such big videos going out that's so long, because sometimes people just lose interest and don't even watch but 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, I understand. So I thought about just coming in and doing like a little update every time, you know, I get a couple of projects done or something. So I figured I would show my focus pieces that I've stitched on and whatever the wheel chooses for me to do this week. So let me look back and see if I got anything else I want to talk about. Now I'm going to do the giveaway after I do the wheel. So let's spin the wheel and see what it's going to give me. So here's the wheel. Let me fix my phone. It's too bright. You see it? There's my wheel. So I'm going to spin it. Our Lady of Guadalupe. So that'll be the one that I'll work on this week to get. I want to complete the stitches of the 1,000 stitches this week because I didn't get done with it. I need 154 more. So after I get that done, then I'll start working on the 1,000 stitches for the next coming week. And then when I get those done, I'll pop on here and I don't know if that makes sense. Or I just work on that next week. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Should I pop back on here after 1,000 stitches or just, I don't know. I really don't know. What should I do? So hard. So confusing. But let's do the giveaway. So, move my tablet out of the way. this project bag I made, and in it has my coffee Quaker. I love this piece, but then I hate it. I love the pattern, I love to stitch it, but the fact is the fabric is 40 count Stars Hollow blend. 40 count Stars Hollow blend. And here I am on it. I've done it all in DMC colors, and I've decided that because I can't see the stitches because it's too small, I don't want to work on it no more. So I would like to pass the stash by doing a giveaway, or pass the whip and do a giveaway. So if anyone is interested and would like to take over my whip, just say in the comments below coffee, Quaker, or coffee, anything coffee. So that way when I do the generator, I can just type in coffee. So what you'll get is the pattern. I'll probably send the working copy because it's got my colors that I use on it. But well, it does have the DMC colors on the back, so I probably won't send that one. So I'll just send the pattern and the fabric, and that way you can either pull it out if you don't like my stitches or redo it, you know. But that is up to you what you want to do. But if you're interested in taking over my whip, just put coffee below, and then next week when I do another video, I will do the number generator, or the generator thing, and give that away. So along with that, let me take my working copy out. That one too. So along with the project, all that, I will also give you the project bag to put it in. So wouldn't that be neat? So I'm giving you a project bag and the whip. And then inside, one side has paper fabric, like it looks like paper, and then brown on the other side because I ran out of this one. So that's that. It zips on the top, and I have a tag with Coffee Quaker on it. So yep. So if you're interested in getting a whole project, my old whip, just say coffee below, and please be a subscriber to enter. You have to be a subscriber, and please like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And yeah, thank you so much for being here to watch my videos, and hopefully we'll do some more giveaways in the future. So let's see, anything else? No. I am planning to kit up another HAED for next month, so stay tuned for that because I got plans for next month that I'm planning. So I'm getting floss together for that and getting some fabric for it, so I can't wait for that one. I just have to wait till payday comes to buy some fabric to go for it and some more floss. That's the only downfall, right? You have to buy all that floss for it. But I like to keep my floss separated for each project, so when I'm done with the project, I'll put it back in my main piece and just pull out as I go. That's why I got all these. I don't have all the colors yet because this came out of my stash. And it's depleted by now. So okay, so next week I'm going to focus on the stocking, Magical Arrival, Thomas Kincaid's Reflections of Family, and do the spin, which is Lady of Guadalupe. And I'm going to hide the slice for next week. I might do it in a week. See how many stitches I get in a week. How about that? So that way I don't have to do something every week. And I don't know why my phone's making noises. Sorry. So I will see you next week, if not before then. And have a great day and happy stitching. And I hope to hear from you. Please leave a comment. If I don't comment back right away, it's because I don't get the notification that I got a comment. I do apologize if I don't answer back right away. But if you're interested in getting hold of me any other way, please email me at bookwormscorner2016@gmail.com. Bye!